Okay, so this should be a pretty quick session. So with user login and logout setup, as well as flask-login to manage the user sessions, we can now add user registration. So let me pull up the project on Sublime. And let's go ahead and start with the form. So project users form.py. And for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and grab the code from the repository. So you can go to discoverflask.com, project, users, forms.py. Go ahead and grab the register form here. Okay, so this should all be fairly straightforward. Take note of the new validators that we're using. So length, email, and equal to. And this latter validator equal to is used for the password confirmation field to ensure that the passwords match. So let's go ahead and update our imports. So length, email, and equal to. All right, now let's go ahead and turn to the views. And again, I'm going to grab this code from the repository. So here's our register view function. Okay, so let's update the imports here. We need to be grabbing DB and also our new form. So from project and then import DB. So again, this is all fairly straightforward. Let's see, notice how we're using the login user function here, which comes from the flask-login extension, to automatically log the user in after registration so that they can be redirected to the home view automatically. And this way they don't have to manually log in after registering. Okay, finally, let's go ahead and add a template. And since there's a lot of code here, turn to the repository, templates, register.html. Go ahead and grab all the code here. And I already created this register.html template, so you'll have to do that on your end. Go ahead and paste that in here. There's nothing special happening here, nothing that you haven't seen already. So go ahead and save that. All right, so let's go ahead and test now. So Python manage.py, run server. Now we can navigate to localhost 5000/register. Notice how this is being redirected automatically to this /. We actually do not want that. This is how we've set up all our views at this point. So you can see the other routes here, so they don't have the / at the end. So let's go ahead and remove that for now. Okay. So now let's go ahead and register. So username, email at email.com, and I'll just go ahead and use username and username. Okay, cool. So registration works, logging out works, and now let's go ahead and test to make sure that we can log in with that same user. Cool. Okay, so how about we write some tests now? Actually, first, let's do one more manual test. Let's make sure that our passwords are still being hashed. So to do that, let's open up pSQL. Let's connect to our database, Discover Flask. Now we can search that table, that users table. Select all from users. So here's the user that we just added, username, email at email.com. And you can see that the password is still being hashed by flask-bcrypt. Perfect. Okay, so for our unit tests, let's turn back to the code here. Open up test.py. So we want to write a test for registering a user and then ensuring that that user is logged in. So this is actually going to be a very, very similar test to one that we already have, I believe. Yeah, these asserts are very similar here. So again, to save some time, I can just copy this and paste this down here. Okay, so let's ensure that can register and then test user registration. Not sure I'm not sure if I'm spelling that correctly. Doesn't matter though. Okay, and now so we have our context manager here. Alright, so we want to send a post request to that register URL. And if we had actually kept the / at the very end here, we would have had to change that here, or that would have thrown an error. Okay, so username, let's just set this up as Michael. And what else do we need? So we need email, password, and then the confirmation password. So let's do Michael, email equals Michael at realpython.com. Password is good, and confirm equals admin. Okay, so let's do this. And so we want to assert you were logged in. We actually want to assert what comes up on that main page. We have something here. Well, let's actually just test it out. It's actually, we can just grab this, welcome to Flask. So we want to assert that that's part of the response, and then current user, that's going to be Michael. And we also want to assert that the current user is active. Awesome. All right, so let's exit out of pSQL, clear the screen, and now we can run our tests. Okay, so what's going on here? Looks like there's probably an error in here. Field must be between 6 and 25 characters long. That's a password field. So let's just change this to Michael. That's some more tests you could actually run to make sure errors are thrown when you enter data that doesn't validate. So that's something we can actually look at in the future. All right, perfect. Okay, so that's it for user management for now. In the future, we'll look at password reset as well as confirming users' email on registration. So I will see you next time, and thanks again for watching.